Number 19, Original Doom.
Yeah.
The original, okay.
A big standard for shooters as a whole.
One
So
of the
yes.
first real first-person shooters of its time, right next to its brother
Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein.
Done by the same company. And the same people.
Yeah.
Id Software.
Yep.
Well, even the same employees on id Software.
Like I said, it's software.
And if
They were there
Norberg,
from the beginning.
and Norberg told me right, frickin' the original Doom outsold the frickin' operating system it was meant to be played on, which is kind of nuts.
Well,
That is nuts.
well, I think there was a common joke for a while. I forget if it was Doom or something else specifically.
I know
It's
there's
like
one for Crisis.
It's like
Can it run Crisis? I know it's one.
Yeah.
There's a Can It Run Crisis one, I know.
Because Crisis at the time was extremely demanding.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to like it was coming around like beginning of the PS3 360 era. And 360 and 360 and PS3 could barely run it. So, you know. I love how Crisis 2 even had an achievement for the PS3 and 360 versions.
Congratulations for running the damn game.
Yeah, basically you get through the opening act, and then it's called But Can It Run Crisis?
they knew.
Oh, yeah. I would
So
say
the
Crisis
question-
at the time it released was by far the most beautiful game there was.
So the real question becomes, it's on the console creators or whatever for not making a powerful console.
Yep. And now the company that did did Crisis, Crytek went down under. For them.
Come on.
Number 18, Chrono Trigger. Why do I feel like that should be higher?
Yeah, same here.
That is like, to me,
That's criminal.
the end-all, be-all of RPGs, to me, is Chrono Trigger.
Especially for JRPGs.
JRPG, end-all, be-all. I should specify that, yes.
I've never played myself, so I couldn't be asking.
It's pretty freaking good, and well,
It's,
you got
it was
characters-
ahead of its time in some cases. How would you like to play an RPG where there's not random encounters on the damn field?
Yep. Pretty much you run across the map, you see an enemy, and then you guys run into fight. They're kind of forced on you, but at least you know they're coming.
Yeah, you can avoid them if you know what you're doing.
And it
Some of
plays
them.
very similarly to, I'm gonna say, Final Fantasy VI, I guess?
It has its own unique system. It looks like Final Fantasy VI,
Yeah.
only it has its own unique mechanics.
I mean,
It's
it
basically
is-
the team mechanics.
It is basically an all-star team of, like, the developers of Final Fantasy VI and, I always forget the other half. Whoever the other side was. I wanted to say maybe it was, like, Dragon Quest people as well, I don't know.
The thing was, Dragon Quest was from Enix.
Oh, yeah,
So
right,
the thing
right.
is-
Right, it was still Square at the time.
It was still Squaresoft.
Squaresoft, yeah. Yeah, still that RPG. I'm upset I didn't complete it when I played it. That game was so fun.
I'm gonna go back to that game at some point.
I know, it's so good. And that was one of the first games that had, like, multiple endings. There were, like, 9 of them!
Jeez.
Yeah. You could go to the end of the game in different ways. It wasn't just, like, based on certain requirements you got a different ending. No, you could go to the end of the game in different ways. You could fight the final boss, like, after a certain point. You could try to complete all the main game to be allowed to fight the certain boss, the final boss. You could also choose to go different routes to the final boss to fight it in different states.
Yeah.
There's a
Also-
lot you could do.
There's also a point where you can fight the final boss before you even get to said final boss.
Yeah. Yeah,
It makes more sense when you actually.
this game
understand the
this
concept.
RPG has, like, more freedom than, like, any other I could think of.
It did the time plot
And it,
pretty damn
and
well.
all the characters in it are really good too, like Magus.
Magus is one of my favorites.
Yeah, you initially hate the guy, he's a dick, but then he becomes awesome for you.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm a sucker for seeing the bad guy turn and play his fight alongside you as one of your allies. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reason why I like Tales of Xillia.
They did him really well. They showed the reason he did it was because he had a purpose, and well, once you guys realized that, it's like, he was like, alright, I guess we'll work together with this.
And then you fully understand who he was all that time, and then just.
God, it's so good. But yep, compared of the SNES RPGs, between that and Final Fantasy VI, you got your pick of the litter for the absolute best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to pause and select life again if you wanted to chain it.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's weird. Do it again, old lady. I need another hand job, please. Thank you. Number 17, Grand Theft Auto 5.
arguably the best, I guess. But even so.
Probably. It's up there along with San Andreas and I guess 3?
3 was the original. Vice City, I think, is the other one that people.
Yeah, Vice City was also.
Vice City, San Andreas, and 5 are the top 3 I can think of.
Yeah, people.
And it's Red Dead Redemption 1, but, well, that's not Grand Theft Auto, so...
It technically is. It's Grand Theft Auto.
It's Western Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, most people think of Red Dead, and the first thing they think of is Red Dead Redemption 2. They don't know about...
There's Red Dead Redemption 1, and there's something else before that.
Red Dead Revolver.
That was it.
I remember Red Dead Revolver. My brother played that game, and it was pretty awesome.
I do remember that.
I remember it because it implemented the slow motion mechanics that were present in Max Payne. I can't remember if Max Payne came before or after it, though. I could
probably after, I would think.
I want to say after, but yeah, it introduced like the slow motion mechanics, and it wasn't open world. It was actually just like a straight line shooter, and it was pretty damn fun.
Yeah, but I could say of the Grand Theft Auto games, Vice City, San Andreas, and 5 I usually see as the top 3.
I like San Andreas for as much as I played of it.
San Andreas, you gotta get into it, but if you can, it's pretty rewarding, I'd say.
There is one other Rockstar game I do want to give a full chance though. Bully.
Oh yeah, that's another good one too. Yeah.
Because I saw Bully.
I watched my brother play it. It's pretty interesting.
And honestly, with how small the world is, I can kind of get into it because there's not as much to take in. That's my biggest problem.
That's another one that's got a good morality thing. You can be a good guy or be a dick.
Well, actually, it's generally not so much of being a good guy or being a dick. It's more like you're generally a good person. It's like you guys want to have us sit around and deal with bullies. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna sit here. We're not gonna take it back.
Yes, thank you, D. Snyder.
Yes.
That song is a pretty good song to describe bullying in a nutshell.
It is. I'm not gonna lie.
Number 16, Dark Souls, beginning of that genre, basically.
And then the fall of gaming as a whole.
Number 15, Street Fighter 2, in general.
Yeah. One of the first major fighting games to popularize that genre.
Still what some people consider the ultimate fighting game. It really did perfect the whole genre as a whole, so...
Who wants to tell them that all the mechanics that were present in all modern day fighting games were glitches in Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Number 14, Super Mario Brothers. Of course.
That's surprisingly low considering. But then again, other games are better than them anyway.
Well, I was gonna say,
This one's surprisingly high to me. Number 13, Halo 1.
That is a little surprising. I understand why. Because Legacy?
Yeah.
Maybe? But a lot of games...
It feels like how IGN ranks a lot of their listing is based on how much of a legacy it has.
Yeah, the original, I guess. I would generally see a lot of the games on there being like the first one of its kind because of the legacy title.
Exactly. And
even though some of them do not age as well as some of the latter games in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 12, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I did expect it to be on the list.
Yeah.
I did not think it was. Frankly, I didn't think it was going to be that low.
Well, the other game that comprises the Metroidvania genre has not been listed yet, so...
And you probably know why.
Of the main two that encapsulated, I mean.
Yeah.
Number 11, Portal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a puzzle game and just an experience overall, yes.
Wheatley.
I did love Steve Martin's performance this week.
Yes.
I was surprised.
I could just sit there and just let him ramble on for hours and just I just could not get bored.
He's annoying and funny, but in a way that's endearing.
It's funny. People saw Portal 2 come out. Some people were really excited. Others were like, "Oh no, they're really gonna extend on what the masterpiece of what was of the short but sweet Portal 1." And Portal 2 just managed to do it better.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Because I remember when I first was exposed to Portal 2, it was from a co-op playthrough, so I never actually got exposed to the single-player playthrough. And eventually I saw Portal 2, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I've ever played the single-player portion of it. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, Wheatley. God damn it, Wheatley.
And not to mention J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson.
Yes, J.K.
Cave Johnson was awesome.
Getting through that segment of the game was hell, but listening to his commentary and some of the game, oh my god.
Listening to Cave Johnson was awesome.
Oh my god.
J.K. Simmons.
Well, it's J.K. Simmons, so it's hard to go wrong with him.
You know what they say? When life gives you lemon, you give lemonade. I'm getting tired of this! I'm giving you lemon, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bomb it! I'm gonna bomb your house with the lemons!
Burn
his house down!
With the lemons.
Yeah. You know what you say when you make when life gives you lemons, you get lemonade. But there's a problem. When you get lemons, all you got is lemon juice. You know what else goes in the lemonade? No one else fucking tells you. You need sugar. You need to stir that shit up. You need the water. There's a lot more that goes in the lemonade than just lemons. I don't think anyone else seems to know.
Fantasy Life's manager.
Oh, yeah. J.K. Simmons, man, was fucked
They can prove the day they gave you one.
You know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons! Oh, God. It's so believable, yet so entertaining.
Yeah. I know Lulu was really good, but King Sharks.
By that point, I'm just imagining him, like, pulling up J. Jonah Jameson again for that one part.
Yeah, I'm imagining you, like, sitting in the chair, like, as J. Jonah Jameson attire.
Like in the recording booth, like, just doing that
like,
portion.
it's like, it looks like the Daily Bugle and everything with everyone just sitting there. I'm imagining you see one of the interns coming in look like Parker and just be like, hey, you're fired. I'm expecting that as well.
Whew. Go back to that town and heal.
Yep.
Yeah, 402 is great.
Yeah.
Number 10, Super Mario 64.
First 3D platformer of its kind. Legacy. Expected.
Well, first good one. There was one that came out a year prior on PS1, but...
Let's just put it this way, it's a 2D platformer, the only difference is you're going up and down.
Actually, there was one before Crash Bandicoot. One considered the very first 3D platform, but not very well known. I forget what it's called. I remember I looked it up.
It's not Rocky Robot. No, that came after.
No, that was 99.
I was very close to the end of the
That was a game that got 4 sales because Rayman 2 came out at the same time.
Yeah.
I forget. I'll look that up later. Wait, number 9. Oh, there it is. Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, sorry, one.
Say.
Sorry.
I know there
The
were.
second one was that good. The first one's not even gonna mention on the list anymore.
Wait, what? Have you forgotten? You ignoramus! I never played the first one, but I can understand why.
I've seen people play it. It's definitely fun. It's fun just to watch.
Yeah.
And the story of that game was actually really captivating.
Yeah.
Didn't throw bullshit at you like the second game did.
The second one, like, I could not get into it.
The second game was about character interactions.
I understand why, because it's supposed to be a prequel, which just kind of hurts it and helps it in some ways, depending on how the view you look at it.
The second game influenced character interactions a little too much. And it
Yeah.
kind of ruined the story and the gameplay as a result.
Yeah, it kind of felt very slow to me. And
Yeah.
also that was the reason what held me back from playing it.
Of course. Number 8, Half-Life 2. When's Half-Life 3 coming?
Valve
Never.
Cancer 3. We all know the joke. Which is sad because I was gonna make I think I was about to make a little bit of a comment about this when we were at lunch and I was about to discuss the topic of IPs and then who owns them and how the creators don't really get too much proper control over their IPs.
Maybe we'll see Half-Life 3 if Disney buys Valve.
With the developers.
I mean,
You know, they would be the closest people to actually.
You probably aren't wrong.
You know, they're
it's
close
the
to-
scary thing.
Yeah, the thing is, like, they're the closest thing they can get. Valve's the closest thing they can get in terms of the Western world. Do you expect them to ship all the way over to Cola War with Nintendo? I mean, they can theoretically do it because they have interconnection thing to Square Enix, but
Yeah.
you think Nintendo's going to be able to sit there and take it?
Probably not.
Don't push them away.
Number 7, Tetris. Of course, the classic puzzle.
Puzzles,
Specifically the Game Boy version.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Actually goes on the original version, 1984.
First of its
Original Tetris, Russian Tetris.
Oh, yes.
kind. First of its kind.
I think Game Boy 1 was the most popular one because it was taken on the go. And it just seems so
And
fake.
it also, it did help that it came bundled with it.
Well, there goes another one of games that we couldn't think of a lot of being the best for the Game Boy. There's another big one.
Oh yeah, Tetris. There you go.
I was gonna say, how could we forget Tetris?
How about Mario Deluxe?
The screen crunch kind of hurts it.
Wasn't there a Mario Land game?
I go to the Lost
Wasn't there a Wario Land or Mario Land game on there? It's actually good.
There was Mario Land 1 was simple and made by the Metroid creator. Mario Land 2 felt more like a Mario game and introduced Wario. Mario Land 3 was basically the first Wario Land. There was also Wario Lands 2 and 3 for the Game Boy. Wario Land 3 is supposed to be the best of them.
Yeah, so there we go. More Game Boy games that people can appreciate.
Yeah, because Mario Land 1 was done by Gunpei Yokoi, one of the original creators of Metroid.
Yeah.
And then Mario Land 2 is what happened when Miyamoto actually oversaw what Company Pro was doing.
Yes.
When it's like, hang on. The first one was too weird. I gotta correct this.
Yeah. You can keep it weird, but make it feel like Mario.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which, honestly, I felt was for the better.
Alright, you can do whatever you want, but you gotta include an evil Mario. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well,
And eventually it became one of the best staples of the bunch. And then they eventually devolved into garlic and farce, which is sad.
yeah. I mean, the WarioWare games aren't bad.
I'm more for the Wario Land, but WarioWare is not bad.
I would prefer the platform.
like I said, I like the greedy, adventurous type.
Oh, that's another game I gotta go through. Wario Land Shake It. Oh, only once it's so hard to get everything in that game. Yeah, I think the later Wario Land games are pretty freaking hard if you're trying to complete everything.
Yeah, I saw Wario Land Shake It. It looks fun.
Yeah, that was the first game that the Kirby's Epic Yarn team did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, that was the first game they did.
Feel good ink.
Yep, I kind of forgot about it too, but then I looked it up. I was like, oh shit!
He actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
China shows they had good art styles in mind. Number 6, Super Mario 3.
Yeah,
The ideal NES game for most.
the ultimate Mario game to some people.
And the first time we saw it was in a 90-minute commercial disguised as a movie.
Yep.
I'm a wizard!
Number 5, Link to the Past. There it is.
The Golden Boy for some people.
Number 4, Super Metroid. There it
The
is.
Golden Girl.
Oh boy. Well, they both work.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Both characters were created around the same time, so.
Yeah.
Number 3, Portal 1. Oh yeah, some people do like the simplicity of the first one.
I'm gonna disagree on that front and say Portal 2 is better. That's just me.
Some people like GLaDOS' insanity more because that's the only point of contact you have in the game. If actually tries to feign helping you and just experiment with you to then just straight up going to kill you. People like her insanity more in the first game. Whereas the second game, some see it as more expected and not as much of a twist anymore.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I personally think it's better.
GLaDOS is a better villain in the first game, but then again, the second game has more and is an advancement on what the first game did.
Yeah, it's 3 characters to listen to and make fun of.
Yes.
And also, not to mention,
Make sure you do attack,
yeah,
because you can still cancel and go for life, which won't do anything but give you an extra life.
yeah.
Alright, let's go heal up, get out of this cave, and go look for that last heart container, I guess. Because you get your last level up automatically when you get to,
Yep,
the end of the next
I'm just
dungeon.
making sure that I got full life. Okay. Now let's,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You're gonna have to.
Fuck! I'll
Yeah.
get there eventually.
Hey, you don't ignore me? Yes,
Hang
I
on.
will.
Yep, there are only 2 games left of this list. You could probably assume the last one is, seeing as it hasn't been on the list yet, and it's one of Coda's favorite games.
Yes, the other.
Well, he probably knows both of them. Number 2, Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
yep.
I know where the other one is.
Can you guess what number 1 is?
Take a deep breath. We understand why
Mario
it's
World?
there.
Yes!
Oh,
Honestly, my favorite of the 2D Mario games.
same here.
It's second favorite for me behind Mario 3, but it is a close race.
Yeah,
As it is for most people.
Because, to me, with the 2D Marios, it did not get any better than that.
Yeah, I mean, 3 and World are the 2 best, without a doubt. It
Alright.
never got better than either of
Where the hell
those
was I
2.
going?
Yep, you're going the right way.
Okay.
So the real question now is, where does New Super Mario Bros. Fall in all this? Not very high.
The original and you, and a bit of Wii, I can let go. They're fine.
I do not like to if that's.
I put most of them above the first Mario Brothers, at least.
Because, like, U's, like,
What
problem
about
was just
Bubbles?
more fatigued by that point.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about Mario 2?
Because
On
like,
its own, U was really good, but
Mario
it
2
was
look.
just more of what we've been getting. Alright, now go to the right.
Like, I was about that. What do you think of Mario 2 USA? Where does that go under?
I put that above Mario 1, but not too high. I put that maybe below original New Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
The original New Super Mario Brothers I really liked.
okay.
It was very simple, but, well, it was really fun for that regard.
Okay, apparently I can't walk in this water, so...
Yep.
Don't be Jesus for selective intervals.
Just walk along the edge of the beach when you get to it.
Okay.
You can only be selectively, God.
Okay. Now, before I go over that other list, let me look up the first 3D platformer. I remember I looked this up when I was trying to think of a...
Alright, so we're...
Jumping flash.
So wait, hang on.
Walk along the edge of the beach.
Just along the edge here.
You'll eventually be taken somewhere.
So, without the enemies.
Ignore the scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, the scorpions suck. Like, walk along the very edge.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You missed some enemies, bro.
I'm trying to, but it's kind of hard to do this
Yeah.
with this D-pad.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I forgot. NES limitations. Aren't they fun?
And Wii U Pro Controller. Wii U the Pro Controller.
I'm bringing that back.
So, do we want to go over the top 100 modern video games list by IGN? It's a particular twist.
Part of me wants to say yes, just to see what kind of...
Don't go to this town yet.
Okay, so
Farming
where
is-
am I going?
Go along the edge of the beach towards the right.
I've been trying
You
to.
missed some corners. Check out all the corners.
I've been trying to.
And
But,
walk slower is the thing.
but the thing, look at this. Look at what I'm doing.
Yes. You just gotta do it in time with the way the game moves.
Yeah. Dude, maybe it's better for too many movements at once.
'Cause I'm only doing enough to freaking... What?
Oh, I thought your controller died. There it is.
Okay.
Now
There you go. Now, go to those 3 rocks.
Okay.
You should probably try to play your flute again. When you get the chance. I forgot, you didn't need the spell to get in here. It unlocks the last dungeon! Last main dungeon, I mean.
Alright.